Experts at Driscoll Children's Hospital spoke with 3 News today about what they have been learning about the COVID-19 coronavirus and how they're preparing for any cases that could pop up here locally. Again, none have popped up or have been confirmed here at the local level. Our James Ayala has the latest.
Here inside of Driscoll Children's Hospital, where earlier today we spoke with disease specialists about what this hospital is doing to prepare for any outbreaks of the COVID-19 coronavirus.
Yes, we should be concerned, but at the same time reassured that there are measures in place, that we have a strong health department right now, that we are coordinating with all the hospitals. We have resources and we're getting more resources.
Doctors confirm there are still 0 cases of the virus here locally. The hospital is working with our health department to set up mobile testing centers around the city once the county receives testing kits in the coming days.
We have already designated a floor in our hospital that would be devoted to COVID-19 patients only.
Doctors say extra efforts by community members, simple things like limiting travel to better hand washing, are expected to make a difference.
All of this extra awareness about the transmission is going to have the benefit to bring down the number of cases of many other viruses, because people are doing now more of the hand sanitation, more hand washing.
With President Trump declaring a state of national emergency, doctors are hoping it will bring in more resources to the hospitals, since right now there are a limited supplies of masks, gloves, and sanitizing solutions. And as the world works to fight the spread of the virus, researchers are trying to trace it back to where exactly it could have started.
Animal to human transmission. So this is jumping species. You usually go from the bat, all of this from bats to an intermediate host, another mammal, to humans.
Doctors advising not only is the panic buying unnecessary, but that a little bit really goes a long way.
When you're at home, really, soap and water, very effective for de-germing your hands.
James Ayala, 3 News.